This is Will's Band of the Week for August 28th, 2016. Hello and welcome to another edition of Will's Band of the Week. This is Will, along with Grant, live in studio.
Hello.
Grant's joined the Madison, Maine Bureau of Will's Band of the Week, right?
Yes, I have.
Yep, at least for the time being. So we'll see if we're going to dispatch him out to another location.
Yep.
We haven't decided where that would be yet, right?
No, not
It
yet.
could be anywhere in the world.
It's unpredictable.
We could send you just about anywhere, right?
Yeah, pretty much anywhere that my work takes me, I'll be there.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned, right?
Totally.
They're going to be in the edge of their seats now for indefinitely, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we have music to talk about this week? It's too quick. You can't just say, let's talk about the music right now, right? That would be too...
You could. That would be pretty... I don't know what that would be.
It would just be abrupt. It'd be hitting people just too quickly. They need to kind of ease into it, right?
Mm, yeah.
With some meaningless banter. Or maybe we don't have any live reports.
Music news.
I haven't seen any bands live since I went to see Wilco and Kurt Weill. I don't think you have either, right?
No, I haven't seen anybody in a while.
Yeah. You're going to ramp that up a little bit in September, though, right?
Yep. I have September, November, October, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there's some upcoming shows.
Yeah, that's good. You know, I thought of some music news, right?
Yeah?
You'll remember this. It was news that Frank Ocean released, what, do you call it a video album or something?
Visual album.
There was
sure.
a visual
Yeah,
album
that
and
works.
then like an album, right?
Yes. And a magazine, apparently.
Oh, okay. So
Multimedia
but
as fuck.
But as far as our podcast goes, the notable thing is that Alex G plays on it, right?
Yeah.
Does he play on the video album and the regular audio one?
I'm not sure. I know he plays on the video album. There's some stuff that sounds like it could be him for the regular album. I don't know if there's like a consistent list of like credits for who played what up. I think people are just kind of like speculating.
Yeah, because I saw a thing that said that he played on the video one, but I couldn't see any reference to whether he played on the other one.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, and I don't have a good feel for this, how big is Frank Ocean? Is he like really huge?
Yeah.
Like in the indie rock world, he's certainly huge.
Okay, he's huge because Pitchfork gave his last album a 9.5, and everybody liked it because it was accessible but creative R&B in some way. But now he announced this most recent album, like he announced a release date for it like several times and then like didn't release it on that day. And people were getting like really mad about it. And now that the album's actually out, the people that were pissed off are just saying nothing. Because they're like, well, got what I wanted, but what I really just wanted was to rant.
Yeah, they got their rant out of the way. So now
they have nothing to say about the actual music.
they can take their Frank Ocean album and go home now, right?
Pretty much.
So, but this will be interesting, right? To see if Alex G now gets more recognition now that he's associated
He's on
with...
his way to indie rock stardom, I think.
Yeah. So, like, if you could just play a few tracks on the next Adele album or something, that would really help you a lot. You should probably try that.
Yeah, he should play at the Super Bowl or something.
Right. You could be, like, just kind of standing in the background on that giant stage at the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, you wouldn't have to take center stage, but, you know.
Yeah, not at all. It's good to be a background dude.
Yeah. So, anyway, that was notable, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you're the one who told me that, and I was just shocked. Alex G is Frank Ocean from Philadelphia.
I have no idea.
I don't know where he's from. I just wondered if, like, where would he have a connection that he would know Alex G?
That's a good question.
But that's a cool
Other than
thing.
Just musical. Yeah.
We want good things to happen to the indie rockers, right?
Yes. I'm an Alex G advocate through and through.
Yeah. So, okay, that was worthy music news right there. So, this is a quality Grant's Underground. I'm just going to declare it right now. And if you don't like it, that's just too bad because you're only getting $0 worth anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
It says more about you than it does about us because we have
Exactly. Our tastes are impeccable.
fantastic,
right?
eccentric taste in high quality tunes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, so you've picked out some really good stuff, and I was like a big proponent of this first one. Is it okay if we do this one first?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I think before we tell the listeners the relation that this band has to another indie rock veteran band, we should play one or two tracks and see if people can guess, right?
Okay.
Isn't that kind of a fun thing?
Yeah.
So, the band is called Omni, and the album is called Deluxe, and I think it's their first album, at least the first full-length album, right?
Yeah, it is.
And I think we both agree that this is worthy, right?
Absolutely.
Fun album, and, let's just start with a track. What do you want to play first?
Let's start with Earrings.
That's Omni.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like the lyrics too. He's talking about going to someone's house and like complimenting their chandeliers and earrings and glassware, and then he's like, "I threw my dirty dishes in the sink. How do my dishes disrespect you?"
I only caught like the
That's
edge
pretty
of
good.
that, but yeah,
I've listened to that song a bunch of times, so
yeah,
I like dissecting the lyrics, even if they're pretty goofy. That's the kind of stuff I like.
that's cool. So, should we tell them the other band association?
Sure, I don't know if I even know what you're referring to.
The guitar player is from Deer Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I kind of knew that.
And I don't know if he's in Deer Hunter anymore, but he was a guitar player for Deer Hunter.
He was in the live lineup during when they were touring for Monomania, I remember.
So, and there's that the other tie-in, of course, is they're from Atlanta, which is also Deer Hunter's hometown, right?
Your territory, yeah.
Yeah. So I started by liking this a little bit, and then the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. So here's another track. I've told you which one my favorite is. This one's more jangle poppy than post-punky, so it's maybe a slight outlier. I mean, it has a catchy riff, and I like it. It's called Jungle Jenny.
Sing,
Omni. I'm going to make an 80s band reference. I think that sounds a little bit like The Jam.
Sure. I don't know if I'm familiar enough with the sound, but
yeah, it's a punchy, jangly kind of
punchy
thing.
80s dynamic to the whole band, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. All right, we got to play another track, right?
All right.
What track is going to be the lucky one to get selected?
Well, there's a track that I like the lyrics of, and it's the shortest song on the album, and I like short songs, so let's play track 1, Afterlife.
Does that count as playing the whole song?
Nah. Fade it out.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Completely, the way that I faded it out there at the end would completely destroy any commercial value that it would have had. So therefore, there's no way they're going to sue us.
Yep.
So do you want to give your lyrical analysis of that one?
Well, it's kind of dumb, but I just like the way he's like, I've been feeling a lot more stately now that I know my death. It's like, so I guess it's just a combination of he's talking about like, I know my death, and the delivery is really just like casual, like, yep, I'm gonna die. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. I don't have as in-depth a lyrical analysis. I like being stupid on purpose about lyrics because I think they are too.
Yeah, it's just how they hit you. So plus you can't be expected to be like at the Nicholas or Barrett level of lyrical analysis.
Right?
We'll leave it to those guys, right?
Working on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Little trivia item for the listeners. I'm looking at my 160 gigabyte iPod from I think this is from 2007. I was looking up something about it, and I couldn't remember how long I've had it. I think it's 2007. So it mainly just sits here in Fourth Bedroom Studios, but it would be ready, at the beck and call of, any necessity for lots of music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
One last thing about Omni. There are two characteristics of this band that I think the listeners should watch out for. One, just being from Atlanta. If you hear about a band from Atlanta, give them extra attention, because I think that scene is producing a lot of good stuff right now. You'll probably hear some more Atlanta bands on the podcast in the future. And their record label, Trouble in Mind, is also doing some good stuff. So if you hear about a release that's on that label, I suggest you check it out.
All right. Two valuable pieces of information.
Yes.
For those seeking out the cool indie rock, right?
Yeah.
I mean cool in the positive way here. Not cool sarcastically, like actually cool.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually cool.
Yeah.
Real, legit. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Omni is definitely a recommended one, according to me, and you also, I believe.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of succinct. It's 10 songs, 31 minutes, and it's all pretty good, pretty punchy rock, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so definitely check it out, Omni. The album is called Deluxe. Okay, where are we going next? Should we travel to New Zealand now?
Yeah, let's do it.
And there's a band from there called Trust Punks,
right?
And they, it's interesting to me because they have that post-punky sound, but then because they're from New Zealand, you keep listening for, kind of the jangle pop New Zealand thing. And there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot of it. Well, the listeners can decide. And this is going to be one of those things where, like Baird always says this, he gives a characteristic and he plays a song and then it totally, goes counter to what he just said. So that might happen in my case too.
That's fine. Yeah,
like he'll say, well, it's really great how they, layer the background vocals or something, and we'll play a track and then it's like no backing vocals on it or something. So
yeah,
that's the professional level of music journalism that we follow here. Well, I think maybe it would be good to just start with track 2, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's kind of like immediately, well, you decide what you think of it. It's Trust Punks is the band, and this is called Good Luck With That. Trust Punks.
Yeah.
The album is called Double Bind.
Again, destroying the entertainment value with that fade out in the last 10 seconds of the song.
Right.
Yep.
We've got nothing to worry about. Did I ever mention, I don't think I mentioned on the podcast, that when we recorded the podcast, Nicholas and myself, and we talked about Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
And the podcasts now, we've talked about this, they're getting uploaded to YouTube, and we're kind of laughing because like almost nobody would listen to a podcast on YouTube. So every time it goes up there, like maybe like 4 or 5 people, it'll get like 4 or 5 listens or something. So I figured why not, because somebody might stumble upon it that way or whatever, right? But anyway, within like 5 minutes of that podcast going up, I got this email that said, warning, copyright warning or something, and it said, your YouTube video might not be available in some countries. And it didn't even say what countries. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it said because of that it included these certain tracks by Dinosaur Jr. And then it knew the tracks, too, that we played. And I'm like, that is weird.
They scanned it and analyzed it.
There's some kind of automated thing. Like, that's high tech, man. I didn't know that that was even possible. So, who knows? We might have, like, within 5 minutes of putting this podcast up, there might be somebody, like, some scary-looking guy, like, right outside Fourth Bedroom Studios, right?
Could be.
With, like, legal papers or something.
Maybe wearing a suit and,
maybe handcuffs. I mean, who knows, right?
Yep.
We'll keep you advised if that happens. All right, Trust Punks. What are we going with next?
Let's play Leaving Room for the Lord.
By the way, I was going to mention that last track. It kind of did have a New Zealand sound, right? I think when you know that they're from New Zealand, maybe we should have
true jangle in it.
We should have maybe not told the listeners that they were from New Zealand so they could play along at home, but we gave it up.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Here's Leaving Room for the Lord. So that's kind of on the more abrasive side of their sound, and they can definitely make a racket when they want to, right?
Yeah, it's a weaving, almost post-hardcore sounding track. And I think they do the variety thing really well. They pull off a variety of sounds without being tacky, and a variety of they have more meandering songs and more direct ones, and neither of them wastes time, I don't think. So it's good.
Yeah, it is a pretty diverse album. So, I think we agree on the next track to play, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and this shows the diversity a little bit too, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yep. All right, we're going with track 10 out of 11, and this one's called Beneath the Commons.
In my mouth, you can plunder, yet the strength survives with shakes of backward frame. Ground is cold on my chip teeth. You look on, your gaze retains a neutral tone. Doesn't contain me. Once before, part and parcel. In plain terms, I will refract all that you know. The dull side
Beneath the Commons. That's
Yeah.
Trust Punks. Yeah, I had to let that one go a little longer. It's got a great flowing melody to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And
Good track.
I'm going to even excuse the fact that it doesn't have drums.
Yeah, that's it helps within the flow of the album, like giving you a break from the aggression of percussion or whatever. But I think the track stands on its own pretty well too.
Yeah.
It's really just melodically, sonically well done. Yeah.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Trust Punks, and the album is called Double Bind. And they're from New Zealand.
Yes,
so
they are. Yeah.
it kind of makes them cool, I think. To people in the United States,
It should.
it's cool to be from New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely.
You think I bet it doesn't work the other way around, right? If you live in New Zealand, would it be cool to be from the United States?
It'd be something else.
I don't know.
Probably not cool. Like,
Yeah, it would be just like, oh, that's
scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. We're so country centric, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. So,
Mhm.
but we are on an international podcast, so I think we're doing a pretty good job with that, right?
Yeah, we're bridging the gaps between our differences.
We're bringing the world together.
Yep.
Over a common love of indie rock.
Yes.
There, how's that for a statement?
I like it.
All right, we're 2 for 2. Are we going to move on to the next band?
Yeah.
So we have a couple more here in the queue. So what are we talking about next?
Let's stay out of the U.S. Let's go to the U.K. with Cold Pumas.
Cold Pumas, and I had never heard of them until you told me about them. It just so happens they have a new album called The Hanging Valley.
Yeah.
At least it's a 2016 album. I can't remember when it came out.
This album?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2016 album. Yeah, I don't know what month it was released or anything.
But as far as our listeners are concerned, it comes out right now,
Yeah.
right?
It's transported to your mind right now.
Right.
The release date is whenever you're listening to this podcast.
Exactly. So, yeah, Cold Pumas. Pretty good band name, actually, I think.
Yeah, I like it.
If you're going to have a band name that's not bad. And most band names you can come up with are bad, right? And
That's
so,
pretty true. Yeah.
so therefore, I think they did a good job with this one.
If I was going to take my band name from a song, Post-Punk Policeman, from that Trust Punk song, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good phrase, I think.
Post-punk policeman?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Post-punk police officer. Yeah. That's just, I don't know. I really like that in the context of like an aggressive song, someone shouting that. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really good. All right. Probably people need to listen to this podcast twice so they can get all the nuance, right?
Yeah.
Probably people do that most of the time, though, I would think, right?
I think
You'd get to
so.
the end and
if,
you'd be
if
like,
you want to properly absorb it, really
Yeah.
just get all the details in your head.
yeah. There's so much subtlety and
It's like when people watch their favorite show, they're like, this episode's even better the second time. I would hope
Yeah.
that these podcasts are the same way.
yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Cold Pumas. Do you want to give any kind of an intro to them, or do you want to just start with a track?
I think it's best if we just start with a track.
All right. What's it going to be?
Track 5, A Human Pattern.
This is the life
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's got kind of a mood kind of thing going, and then it has that catchy chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bass line's good in the chorus.
Cold Pumas. Is this the band that was a 2-person band and then they added a third person and thereby got better?
No, that's a different band. Cold Pumas, I think there's either it's always been 3 or always been 4. I don't even know how many people are in the band.
Because it, so I'm confused with somebody else, but
Yeah, I was telling you about a band that was like that.
that's the
Their
band
album
that
isn't out yet.
That's the band that the listeners can anticipate being talked about on the next Grants Underground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably would be able to come up with 3 or 4 more bands by a month from now, right?
I'll have way more than that.
Yeah.
From now. Yeah.
Yeah. We're already up to at least 2, right? Could be 3. I mean,
it just depends when in the month. If it's like at the end, then I already have 3 right now.
Wow.
Maybe 4. Yeah.
That's pretty good. We're going to maybe we'll even have extra bands. And so, we can do like bonus content.
Yeah.
The
Some
thing
people
that
get
charge
kicked
people
off.
extra $100 for, that thing?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
The premium membership?
Yeah.
Yeah. To get the extra bands, they have to pay the extra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I had a pick from Cold Pumas. Do I get to pick one?
Yeah, you do.
Let's play track 3, A Change of Course. Cold Pumas.
Yeah.
They're from Brighton.
UK.
Yep. That means Craig should be familiar with them.
You would think so, yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of his social obligation, right?
Yep. But they don't necessarily live down the street from Craig, like all those bands in Melbourne that live down the street from Nicholas.
Uh-huh.
Because Brighton isn't quite right down the street from Ipswich. Now I have to look it up. Oh, Brighton's down there. Brighton's down south of London. For some reason, I was thinking Brighton was north. So, nope, not in Craig's neighborhood at all. It's a
Damn.
It's a 3-hour train ride from Ipswich. So, they're touring. I saw on their Bandcamp page playing a gig in London very soon, and then a bunch of gigs in France in October.
Yeah, hopefully they get the money or whatever that's needed to do a U.S. tour. That'd be cool.
They should, yeah. We were talking about Omni earlier. I think they did a, kind of a limited U.S. tour, but they didn't come up to. We didn't miss them in Madison. I would actually be upset.
When is Chicago or something? Right?
Yeah, I think if they had played in Madison like 3 months ago and we missed them, I'd feel bad. So
yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. So yeah, but Cold Pumas, yeah. It's like I think you sort of called it droney, right? In some places they just get this atmospheric thing going. But it's never like a bad droney, I don't think. Not droney to the sense like sometimes when I think droney I think like, okay, this has been going on long enough. But I didn't really get that feeling listening to this album.
Yeah, they kind of have a wall of guitars doing one note kind of droney, but not like a meandering song structure, really.
Yeah. So let's play another track.
All right, let's play Severed Estates.
That's called Pumas from Brighton.
Yep.
The album is called The Hanging Valley.
It's a cool painting as the album cover.
Yeah, it is.
If you like intricate album
cool.
covers, check this one out.
Yep. For all you album cover fans out there, definitely check this one out. Yeah. They got a write-up in Brooklyn Vegan that we were just reading as music journalism while we were playing that track.
Yep.
And so no indication that they're coming to the U.S., but I'm sure after that write-up in Brooklyn Vegan, but then more importantly, after being featured on this podcast, they'll probably be like all over the U.S., right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's make it happen, listeners.
It's another solid band. I'm going to declare that you're 3 for 3.
Awesome.
Is it boring just like going 3 for 3 all the time?
Yeah, it kind of sucks being this consistent at picking out great music, but
right.
I try to make it work.
Yeah. So, all right, and you've got one more, right?
I do.
Okay, now this one, I got to say, so I'll just make a preliminary comment. The first 3, there's kind of a theme there, right? It's kind of post-punk stuff, right? All the bands have their like different nuance and focuses, But this one is really different.
Yeah.
This one I listened to,
different.
and I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting, but I don't know, this is going to be like a test for me, because now when you play some tracks now, I'm going to like really listen and see if I can feel like I can get it, because I kind of had a hard time like just absorbing and like figuring out like where this is coming from. So
okay.
This is challenging. So we'll see if it's challenging without being confrontational, as that's the new phrase of the podcast.
Huh. I kind of like stuff that's confrontational without being challenging. That's what I lean towards musically.
All right, that's cool.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like it couldn't register either way, depending on the person. So
yeah, so tell us about
see.
this.
So it's a musician named Nina Ryser, and you've never heard of her, obviously, but she's also in a band called Palberta, and I think they're really good. But if you want to introduce yourself to the band, you should watch YouTube videos of them instead of their recorded stuff. I would say introduce yourself to them.
The band
with a
Palberta?
live show. Yeah, because they're really like performance heavy, but also just really interesting. They're doing something. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. It's guitar interplay. I feel like interplay between instruments, but also can handle some dissonance and experimentation. Then check out Palberta because they're really good.
Are they Canadian?
No, they're from the East Coast. I don't know, Bard College or some shit.
I thought maybe Palberta was like a play on Alberta.
Well,
you know?
it probably is.
Yeah.
It might be in reference to some of the Calgary post-punk bands because they have they kind of riff off guitar dissonance and stuff. So it's a similar idea. They could have been borrowing some aesthetic choices from those bands, maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Anyway.
We have a cat in the studio now. Usually we have the dog, but this is like your buddy, this cat.
This is my cat. She belongs to me.
Right.
We're pretty good friends.
Right. And so she's... that was good. I put the mic up close to her, so that's
Yeah.
good. That's a first cat appearance on the podcast, I think.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, we got a lot of animals in the
cool.
house. We could bring the bird in here sometime and have it chirp.
Birdo. We could
Yep.
record in the old fourth bedroom studios, which is where the bird is.
That's right.
currently.
That's right. The
Yeah.
original fourth bedroom studios.
Mhm.
Yep. We've upgraded because after we hit it big, we decided to
We had to
upgrade the
remodel.
studio.
We had to add
Yeah.
in all this crazy
Yeah.
technology,
Yep.
Bluetooth sound system, and
The $100,000 of remodeling.
mini fridge.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
So much stuff. Yeah.
All right. So Nina Ryser. This album is called "I Hope All of Your Dreams Come True," and let's play some of it. It's 14 songs, 22 minutes, by the way. So I gotta definitely give her credit for that. It's not. It's certainly not meandering, or tracks don't just go on and on.
Yeah.
So if you don't like one, a new one is coming up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What should we start with?
Let's start with the first track, which is called So Far Removed.
It's funny because after you told us about the other band being this guitar interplay, and then you just played a track that sounds like somebody kind of pounding on a Casio or something,
Yeah.
and
well,
all kinds of various percussion.
I didn't say that's what this was, but
Right.
people have different creative outlets.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it would throw somebody off because they wouldn't be expecting
I
that.
guess.
Yeah.
That's okay. This is music I think it's good if it hits you without you expecting it.
Yeah. Yep. Nina Ryser.
Yeah.
So, of the 14 tracks, where do we go next?
Let's go to track 7, which is called Slip Through.
Inside your thoughts like a giant
Nina Ryser. Now, that one was totally different from the first one.
Yeah, this is a dynamic album.
A completely different
well.
instrumentation and just totally... Maybe that's part of my issue. Like, I don't know what to expect from track to track, and I need to spend more time with it before I can really, like, get the whole flow of the album, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to consume the whole thing at once a couple times, I think.
I found a write-up about this in an online magazine called Decoder, and the writer is comparing this to a scene in Montreal. They mention a bunch of bands that I haven't heard of from Montreal.
I've heard of one of them.
Comparing this.
I played that one for a couple times. Free Love Fenner.
Huh.
Yeah.
So,
it's guitar-y, though, so that might be misleading to compare that to this also.
Huh.
It's really just its own thing, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yep.
Okay, what are we playing next?
Let's play Izzy's Movie.
Don't take it personally if I say something mean. I've got a big head filled with hot air, a short temper from losing hair. I'm not a child anymore. Sorry for not listening. Where is the function? Where is the meeting? Where I can learn how to be a rational being. Feels like there's a big rock in my shoe. I'm unable to walk with you.
Well, I can definitely say one thing.
What's that?
That song is a lot better if you listen to more than the first 15 seconds of it.
Yeah.
And you know the story.
sure.
You know the story of why I heard the first 15 seconds of it
I
like
do.
several
I know
times.
this in great
Yeah.
detail.
The great Apple company was doing me wrong. And so you gave me some music, and I put it in my iTunes library and uploaded it to the cloud. This is all supposed to work beautifully and seamlessly in today's world, right?
It should.
Yeah. And so then, and then magically, it sends it back through the cloud to my phone, upon which it would only play the first 15 seconds of every song and then would skip to the next one. I find that unacceptable, don't you?
Yeah, that's borderline offensive,
Yeah. So,
I would say.
so I actually heard the first 15 seconds of that song a few times as I tried to get it to work and actually play on my phone. And then I finally got it to work. But I think since I got it to work, I haven't listened to this whole album like all the way through. So I haven't, overcome that trauma yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that because I think I'm
Yeah.
going to learn to appreciate this album.
It's worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Nina Ryser. And, you don't have to worry about her getting like super huge, like really quickly, right?
Probably not.
It'll be a
Seems
slow
like-
thing, starting
Yeah.
with being on this podcast and working
Right,
up
yeah,
from
that's-
there
that's the first
slowly.
step. Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Okay. $0 worth for sure, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Another consistent set of releases curated by me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And we've got a plan. I mean, not to get people too excited, but I think we got a plan for next week already. Because we're always thinking ahead. We're always doing our music journalism. And, we won't let the listeners down. You're
Right.
going to get $0 worth every single week, thanks to our hard work
Definitely.
and diligence.
Always.
So yeah. All right. Very good. Should we congratulate ourselves anymore, or should we just sign off?
Yeah, I think we can sign off.
Self-congratulating is always kind of fun, though, right?
It's essential. Yes.
Yeah. So I've told the story to, I think, Barrett and Chris about there's this sports guy. He's a national sports guy, and I almost never listen to national sports guys anymore. I kind of used to listen to them on occasion. But now I've got things like music and podcasts to listen to, like in the car. But there was this guy, he would always interview, I'm sure he still does this, he interviews United States sports figures, the well-known sports people. And every time he interviews them, right after the interview, he always says, "What a great interview! That was a fantastic interview." He always congratulates his own interview.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what we're doing here, too, congratulating our own podcast.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So, all right. Everybody should keep listening. Contact us. I'll have that contact information thing coming up in a moment. You can also post really, really nice reviews for us anywhere you're getting the podcast. Do that.
Yeah. You can leave a YouTube comment if
Yeah.
it doesn't get taken down.
Right. You could do that.
Flame us if you want.
You could flame us too. Why not? That's
Or
what the
you can be
internet's
nice.
for.
Yeah.
And you could put like great reviews on iTunes, like 5 stars or a bunch of hearts or whatever they do. Like click on the thing
Yeah.
that says like with a heart.
Leave a
on it.
comment that's only emojis.
Yeah.
That's what I'd prefer.
Right. What else could they do? We keep saying that people should send us audio files because we think it would be fun, but people haven't been doing that yet. So maybe somebody will, though. Because think how easy it is now. You don't have to have the Fourth Bedroom Studios fancy $100,000 setup. You can just have your phone and, the thing called a voice memo, right? And you can just
Leave
whip
us a
one of those
message.
off, and then there's always that little button to share it, and then just send it to willsband@yahoo.com, and there you are. You could be on the podcast. That'd be so easy. I mean, you'd amaze yourself at how easy that would be, right?
Yeah, that's treat it like an answering machine. We'll call you back by talking to your disembodied recording on air.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I think we'll sign off. So we'll talk to you again next week with another edition of Will's Band of the Week. Good night.
Good night.
You can subscribe to the Will's Band of the Week podcast using iTunes or any other podcast app. All of our podcasts are also available directly on our webpage, willsband.net. You can contact us directly by email to willsband@yahoo.com, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter @willsband. The Will's Band of the Week podcast is brought to you every week from Fourth Bedroom Studios in Madison, Wisconsin. Our theme music was composed by Grant and performed by Grant and Will. Thanks for listening.